let me introduce myself. I'm Preeti here. I have almost 16 years of experience into IT, worked in different roles, played with different technologies, and right now I'm working as a DevOps manager in an MNC, leading a team where we work from the scratch, building the pipelines, working with all the DevOps tasks of building the infrastructure with Terraform, managing the Kubernetes cluster with high availability, auto scaling, and so on. I'm an experienced and certified professional in Kubernetes, Terraform, and AWS. So that's a brief about myself. Coming to the course, I would like to talk more about the course. This course is not just a derivative or a copy. This is designed from my personal experience. I have designed this course with all my personal experience, which I see in the projects, which I see in real time. So the main agenda of this course is to help you learn DevOps thoroughly, clear your interviews, and switch your careers. Like whoever want to make a move into DevOps career, or whoever want to clear your interviews. So this is the right platform. You are on the right platform, and this is the main agenda of the course. But how do we achieve it? Like, how do we help you to clear your interviews, right? How can you clear your interviews? How can you work in your projects confidently? How to switch your careers? Let's say you are in IT from a couple of years, you want to make a move into DevOps. How does this course help, right? We'll go through that today. So today I'm not diving into the actual content of the DevOps, the tools and all, but I'll give you an overview or an agenda of the course, like how the course would be throughout, like how we are going to have the regular classes, what are all the things would be covered, what would be the agenda, what is the course content, how would be the lab setup. All of this would be made clear for you so that you can make your decision. Right. So today I'll just talk about what is DevOps, why it came in, how it is, not how will be covered in the course because it is all practicals. Here I'll give you an overview of it and the DevOps tool stack and who should learn DevOps because there is a lot of confusion across the participants. I see a lot of confusions on who should learn it. Is this eligible? I mean, are they eligible for this course? And what do a DevOps engineer does? Right, and there are many other terms we are going across in the market like DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE. I'll give clarity on these things, and after today, by the end of the day, you'll get a clarity on these things, and you can make a decision on making a move to the career for DevOps. So let's get started. I would like to start with why DevOps came in, what actually it is. Right. So by now you might be knowing what it is. There might be people who are completely new also. I'm not going to deep dive into it. I'll deep dive into what is DevOps, why DevOps came in our course once we get our regular classes. Today, I would like to just tell you there are many reasons. Out of this, the main reason is collaboration across the teams means there see for any application, let's take any application of your choice. Let's say you're working for some application, right? It could be an online banking application or a shopping application, whatever it is. So if you take any application, right, so that would be going across multiple stages, multiple teams would be working on it. So if you take about talk about the major teams like development team, QA team, right, and ops team, there is no proper collaboration across them. I'm talking about without DevOps. There is no proper collaboration. Proper collaboration means no proper understanding, no proper support from each other, right? They just work as a separate team. But this DevOps culture brings proper collaboration across the teams. Means they communicate regularly, they understand the challenges of each other's, and there is a lot of confusion. When I say this, okay, there's a proper collaboration between the teams means I see there's a lot of questions from the people and a lot of confusion saying that should a DevOps person write a code? No. There is a still development team. Development team is there. QA means testing team is there, right? It is how you automate the entire process. It's about your collaboration communication. Yes, DevOps teams communicate a lot with the development and testing teams to understand the challenges, to understand the requirements so that it eliminates the blame game. If something goes wrong, they should not be blaming each other. So that will not be anymore. And faster deployments, which is very, very important. Without DevOps, like any feature would be released to end users maybe in a month or two. But with DevOps, any new feature can be released overnight. Have you ever wondered, like, how come those applications delivered, those features delivered overnight? If you see Amazon, Facebook, or Netflix, all of these are implementing DevOps already, and you can see any feature released to end users overnight, right? So, how is that possible? So, that's where DevOps comes in, faster deployments. It has accelerated the speed of deployments. How is it possible? Right? So we will learn like how it becomes fast and all, but to make the deployments faster, to establish proper collaboration, and to eliminate the challenges of software methodologies. So these are some of the reasons why DevOps came in. You might be knowing the software development methodologies, like, right? If you go to SDLC, software development lifecycle, so you see different methodologies, particularly waterfall and agile. Even though they served the industry for decades, it could not help faster deployments, better collaboration across the teams, and they have their own disadvantages, right? But DevOps came in to overcome those challenges and drawbacks. So DevOps, what is DevOps? Basically, it's a methodology, it's a process. It's not a tool or it's not a technology, it's not a bunch of tools. It's actually a methodology, a process, right? So when I say DevOps is a methodology, the process, I would also like to highlight it's not a software, it's not a programming language, or it's not scripting language, or it's not just a tool. It's much more beyond that. It's a methodology, a process for better deployments, faster deployments, better collaboration. 24/7 automation is possible with DevOps, right? So that's where DevOps came in, and it's a methodology. When I say methodology, it is irrespective of the platform. Means you could implement DevOps on on-prem servers, you could implement it on cloud, you can implement it irrespective of the platform, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, because it's a methodology, again, it's irrespective of the application. Means your application could be online banking application or shopping application, whatever it is, right? And it could be developed in any language, right? It could be developed in Python or Perl or whatever it is, right? So irrespective of the platform, irrespective of the technologies of the application, DevOps could be implemented. And the development team will be still there, testing team will be still there, there'll be proper collaboration across them. These three teams work together, which makes a DevOps, right? So, okay, we understood why DevOps came in, but what is exactly this DevOps? See, DevOps is nothing but continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous monitoring. Here you can see the term continuous is important, right? It's iterative, or like all this happens, development, testing, integration, deployment, monitoring happens iteratively, parallelly, continuously, right? Meaning, okay, development is happening, like development will happen in chunks, in bits and parts. Let's say a chunk of code is being developed. Another chunk of code will be tested. Testers will not sit idle until complete development is done, right? So that's how it works. Development, testing, all of these things happens parallelly, right? That's what is continuous development, testing. Integration means any changes made into the system and made will be integrated and then again tested. All of this should be automated, which is nothing but the CI/CD pipeline. We will talk about these things in detail. This course is completely dedicated for CI/CD pipelines. We will work on all these stages, like how do you integrate them? Okay, developer is ready with the code. Development team is there. They will write the code. Once they have written the code, yes, testing team is there. They will write the test cases. How do you execute those test cases automatically in the pipeline? Whenever developer make a code commit, code change, immediately that code would be built in the pipeline. Like how do you build it? What is meant by builds? We will learn it, right? That's not development. So continuous builds, development, testing, integration, deployment, and monitoring. That's how any new feature can be released can be released overnight. That's what is DevOps, right? Then how do you implement it? Yes, to implement DevOps, we have a lot of DevOps strategies, tools, and automation. We'll use this and implement DevOps. This is what we'll be learning in our course. Course is completely practical oriented, right? Lot of hands-on is needed. DevOps is where you see complete hands-on, right? Just learning wouldn't work. Complete hands-on on the DevOps strategies, tools, automation would be done in the course, right? So once we begin with, like we are having a tool stack, which would be covered in the course, right? First, we will start every tool from the basics till advanced parts. And once we learn the tool, we'll come back and integrate that in the CI/CD pipeline and complete the pipeline for multiple applications. That's what we will do in this course, right? So what are the DevOps strategies you use? What are the tools you use? How do you automate your deployments, deliveries using the CI/CD pipeline? That is all the complete practical oriented part, which will be covered once we get started with the actual course. Any questions in this part? Hope you got an idea. Any questions from anyone? If you want to share anything, you can raise your hand or thumbs up for confirmation. Is this all clear? Can I go ahead? Or any questions from anyone? Appreciate your quick responses. Let's make the sessions interactive. Yes, Anju, I see your hand raised.
Hi, actually, your voice was breaking a lot, and I would like you to repeat how to implement DevOps and DevOps strategies, tools, and automation. I really hope you can, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will do that. But before that, let me confirm, is my voice breaking for everyone?
It's all echoing for me.
How about
I-
others? Is that okay or is it the case with everyone? I don't see any problem from my end. I just want to confirm. It's fine for everyone, Anju. So check from your end. Others
Yeah, sure.
confirm
I'll
that.
do that. I'll try to join from another device.
I think you joined from multiple devices. That could be the reason it's echoing. So please join from one so that it would be better. Thank you,
Mhm.
Rishi, and everyone for confirming. Just I would like to repeat as per Anjum's request, how to implement DevOps is we will implement DevOps with the DevOps strategies, tools, and automation. Right? That's what we'll cover in the course. Here I'm not covering how to implement because it's completely practical oriented, but yes, we will use the DevOps strategies, a lot of tools and automation. And also, yes, someone mentioned here, one second, I think it is Abdul. DevOps should be value centric. Correct. Exactly. See, when we say DevOps, definitely the huge tool stack comes into our mind. But it's not just blindly you apply the tools and you just work with the tools, right? It's not that because it's a DevOps, implement whatever tools you have, whatever tools you need. No, right? It's more about it should be a decision made by a DevOps engineer which tool should be used at what level, right? Let's suppose if there is no purpose of using a tool for a small thing which can be automated rather with some script or in another fashion, better you don't go with the tool. It's not just bumping the tools and just use all the tools because it's a DevOps, right? It should help you make the task easy, efficient, and reliable. Those are the things you should check. So we will get that knowledge once we get on with the hands-on. But yeah, that's what is DevOps, like a brief idea on what DevOps is. And yeah. So coming to the DevOps tool stack, right? We are covering a lot of tools here. Like we are covering tools under version control systems, build automation tools, continuous integration tools, containerization tools, container orchestrator tools, infrastructure provisioning tools, configuration management tools, and continuous monitoring tools. Apart from this, we have AWS and Linux as well. Let me tell you one thing. Here, the tools are categorized as such. Some are version control systems, some are build automation tools, continuous integration tools, and all. Right? Each tool has got their own purpose. And if you look into this version control system, there are multiple tools here like Git, SVN, TFS. Similarly, build automation tools, Maven and Gradle. Continuous integration tools, Jenkins, Circle CI, and so on, containerization tools, Docker, Docker Compose, and so on. Right. So I have listed the tools in this category. And let's say you take a version control system. There are many tools in the category, right? I have highlighted three. It's not needed to learn every tool under the category, rather master one tool in each category. Means here we are learning Git, right? You don't need to learn SV and TFS. If you know Git, you can work with any other tools in this category very easily because they follows the same concept, they follows the same analogy, right? So Git, master Git, so that, and also this is the market leader. Majority of the DevOps, modern DevOps projects uses Git. So you have more chances. And if someone the tool is used, you can easily switch over to that. Also, companies are looking for people who have knowledge in one of the tools, who are expertise in one of the tools in each category. They don't want people to learn every tool in the category because DevOps is evolving. New tools are emerging in the market. They are looking for people who are flexible enough to switch over to the tools. That's how DevOps works, right? So coming to build automation tool, Maven will be covered. We will cover Maven from the perspective of DevOps, and Jenkins will be covered in the continuous integration tools. Docker, of course, Docker Compose will also be covered. It's not tool under the same category. Actually, Docker Compose are two different tools. We can call Docker Compose as an add-on to Docker. It's not both under the same category. It works like where you can create your test or dev environments. We'll elaborate those things as we progress. And under container orchestration tools, both Kubernetes and Docker Swarm are covered. Under infrastructure provisioning tools, Terraform will be covered. Configuration management tools, Ansible. Continuous monitoring tools, Prometheus. And Grafana is also covered. That's visualization tool. Grafana will be covered. Right? So, like I said again, you can master these tools to gain weightage for your resume, right? And another thing is DevOps is a methodology, right? You could implement it on-prem or you could implement it on cloud. So irrespective of the platform, it works. In this course, I'll be teaching this DevOps in a such a way that you could implement on any platform, right? On-prem, you could implement, or else on cloud. As an example of cloud, I'm also covering AWS, right? AWS services which are needed for DevOps, all of that will be covered here. The detail, I mean, this is not detailed course content. Detailed course content will upload it shortly. Here is the course content. Okay, this is the one. I'll walk you through the course content in some time. But yeah, so this is the course content which you can go through. Okay. Right. So, and then Linux. So Linux is important for DevOps, right? Majority of the prod servers would be in Linux, and DevOps for the fast and 24/7 automation, Linux servers are more efficient. That's why Linux is required. This Linux will be covered in this course from basics. If you are not from Linux background, you don't need to worry. We'll cover from the basics, whatever needed for DevOps, right? It's just another environment. So if you keep working on it, you get used to it. That's how it is. So we will learn this Linux as well. Shell scripting is not mandatory for DevOps, Rishi. It's not a component of DevOps. It's a good to have. Shell scripting will be covered in the course, but that will not be the complete agenda or the purpose of DevOps. Right? And yeah, like I said, the detailed course content you can check out here. Any questions from anyone in this part? Please put the questions in the chat window rather than on the QA panel. That will be helpful for me to pick up the queries easily. TerraGrant will not be covered, Rahman. TerraGrant is like testing your Terraform code. That will not be covered. So here, while choosing the tools or the content, and the course content is continuously updated, modified as per the market needs. And like I said, the course content or the topics are designed in a way that like you can clear your interviews. And what is needed for the real projects, those are the topics that are given importance, and that's how the course is designed. So everyone will benefit from the course. So that's a tool stack we are covering. Let me go through like who should learn DevOps, right? Again, there'll be a lot of questions I hear on this, like I'm a developer, can I learn this course? Or else I'm a tester, I'm coming from so and so background, can I cover this? Multiple projects will be covered, Rishi. The CI/CD pipeline will be created on multiple projects in the course. Apart from this, we'll also share you multiple mini projects kind of where you can execute your scenarios. And there is a message from Krishnamurthy. I'm a system administrator. Will the uh, course suit me? Definitely, Krishnamurthy. This is the slide which will help you answer this. See here, who should learn DevOps? Anyone who are interested in the process of automation. Okay, let me put it this way. Um, sorry. Hmm. Suppose, let's say developer is ready with the code. Once developer is ready with the code, right? Once he made some changes, you need to take this code to production servers automatically, right? So how do you take this, once developer is ready with the code, how do you take this to production servers automatically without any manual intervention? See, this is all automatic process without any manual intervention. That is what is DevOps. So developer will give you the code, testers will give you the test cases. How do you take this code to production automatically with 24/7 automation without any manual intervention? How is that possible? That is possible by use of the tools, by use of the DevOps strategies, and so on, right? So whoever learn this, whoever has a complete grip over this can become a DevOps engineer. Means if you are interested to become a DevOps engineer, this is what you should focus on. How do you automate it 24/7? What are the tools, strategies you use? So whoever can master this particular area can be a DevOps engineer. So who can become a DevOps engineer? Yes, developers can become a DevOps engineer because see, he is right. Let's say there is a person who is a developer for 10 years, right? He was a developer. Now, if he also know how to take this to production servers automatically, he can become a DevOps engineer to make a career move, to switch to a different technology in your career. Yes, developers, they can do that. Also, another thing I would like to elaborate here, till now, developers are writing the code, right? Let's suppose he's a developer, he's writing the code. Just a second. He is writing the code and he will hand over this code to ops teams. I'm talking about without DevOps. So if they hand over this code directly to ops teams have to struggle setting up the underlying dependencies, the underlying servers, and deployment would take some time. But now with the DevOps, what's happening? The way developers hand over the code change. Earlier, they used to hand over the code, but now they will containerize their code and share the Docker image to DevOps team, which reduces the underlying burden for DevOps team so that deployments becomes faster. What is meant by Docker image? What is meant by containerizing? We will learn thoroughly. That's not development. That's a operations task. So, but means the process of how they were handing over the application changed, right? So developers are very much related to it. So if developers know this process of automation and handing over the application in a very different style of DevOps, right? That's where they add credibility to their team, right? Not only that, let's suppose you are a developer, you still want to continue as a developer, still, but then you should learn it because sometimes in some projects, this will be done by developers. They themselves do it, right? They will create the Docker image by their own and share it to DevOps team. So they need to learn Docker, right? So I just want to make a point here. It's a methodology. Methodology means developers are involved, testers are involved. When your code is going through the CI/CD pipeline for deployment, you should understand that CI/CD. So developers, QA engineers or testers, everyone should learn it. Even though you don't want to switch your career, you want to still remain as a developer and tester. Still, even then you should learn it. Same is the case with everyone because you are working on the methodology. The methodology is completely changed. When you're working on such a methodology, you should understand like how the process is happening, right? So that's what developers, testers should learn it. Coming to system administrator. System administrator used to create their infrastructure, used to configure the servers using some scripts or manually, right? But now there were automation tools to perform these tasks, administrative tasks like Ansible is there, configuration management tool. Let me take a simple example for the third one. Let's suppose you want to install some package. Let's say you want to install some software on 100 servers. Earlier, you may use some scripts or you may log in and do it. But now with the DevOps approach, you have Terraform, Ansible, which can create the infrastructure and which can provision the infrastructure. So system administrators should have that knowledge, right? So that they fit into DevOps methodologies. Now almost all the companies, including the startups, smaller companies are switching into DevOps because of its advantages of faster deployments, 24/7 automation, and reducing the manual effort and the cost. So when every project is stepping into it, everyone, whoever involved in this process, in this SDLC process, should learn DevOps. Right? Yes, administrators fit in whatever they were doing manually till now, they'll automate it with the respective tools. Maybe they have to provide high availability of the applications on Kubernetes clusters. Those are all the different tasks, right? So system administrators or op guys should go for it. Network administrators, again, till now you might have done network configurations on the servers, on-prem servers or whatever. But now the same network configurations should be applied on cloud. There were different networking components on cloud like VPC, subnets, egress rules, ingress rules, security groups. How do you make your environment secure, right? So all of that should be handled by network administrators. They might have done the similar things manually, but now they can relate it and do it on cloud. So definitely network administrators are eligible because they are doing part of it. Now they will do it on a different platforms using different methodologies. Similarly, security professionals, like whenever the code is deployed and released, it should go through the security checks, right? Like you have different security checks. Code scanning is there, right? Code scanning is nothing but there were tools to do that. Integrating these kind of security checks in the CI/CD pipeline at the early stages is very important. That's called shift left approach. Means you implement security strategies at the very beginning, like code scanning. How do you do the code scanning? There are tools. We are going to implement it in our CI/CD pipelines. It could be code scanning or it could be Docker image scanning. Docker images should be scanned. Just now I have shown you this, right? Just a second, sir. Yes, this image scanning should be done. If it is like a code scanning should be done. All of this comes under security. You might have done, let's say you are a security professional. You might have done similar things, but in a different platforms, different ways. Now you will automate that. Those are all part in the CI/CD. Like I told you, right? What is a CI/CD? Just a second, marker. Yeah. So in a CI/CD, you have continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deployments, and continuous monitoring. In these pipelines, you could also implement code coverage analysis. There were tools to do coverage analysis, means how much percentage of your code is tested. They can be implemented code scanning to check any vulnerabilities, or else, means these are all different phases also you can integrate in your pipeline, or else your Docker image scanning. All of these stages can be integrated, right? Where security professionals have a role there, right? Where they can be used to create these stages or these tasks in your CIC. Project managers, yes, you are managing now such a projects. Earlier it was Agile or Waterfall, but never DevOps projects. You might be a project manager managing huge teams, but still having technical knowledge will make a difference, right? Rather than a people manager, if a manager has got the technical skills, that would be an additional advantage for the team, right? That will help in raising the productivity of the teams. Am I correct? And IT support and service teams. Even there could be people or teams who support the application, support the platform, support the environments. Even they should learn DevOps. The way the environments were changing, the platforms were changing, everything is moving to cloud and everything is a DevOps pipelines. So support comes in broken pipelines or like there could be a scanning might be failed, image vulnerabilities were identified. So all of that should be supported, right? So everyone, whoever working on different roles, different perspectives would be integrated into this pipeline with an automation approach by using the tools. So all these people are eligible. You might be having a question, how about freshers? Yes, even freshers have got job opportunities. You can check in on any job portals like LinkedIn or Naukri. You can check that. Even freshers have those opportunities. If freshers have knowledge on these tools, that would be added advantage for them. That would add weightage for them. That will help them stand out of the crowd because companies will save a lot of time lot of time and also a lot of budget on their training on these tools, right? So if you already know these tools, if you have knowledge on these tools, that would really make your career perspective great. Any questions from anyone in this part? Hope I made things clear who should learn it, why you should learn it. But still, any questions you have, let me know. Appreciate your quick confirmations. Is it all clear? Can I go on or any questions from anyone? Is a non-IT candidate can get into DevOps? A question from Rishi. Definitely, Rishi. Here, I would like to highlight here, this course is designed for everyone, anyone, like irrespective of your background, irrespective of your experience levels. You might be coming from IT background or a science background, or you might be a fresher or an experienced person. This is designed in such a way that it fits everyone. How is that possible? It's possible because I will pick up any topic from the basics, very basics, till advanced topics, so that you can clear any question on that particular topic in the interview. That's the agenda. And also you can work in the project comfortably with that tool. That's the agenda. That's how it is designed. So it fits everyone. Even a person from non-IT can learn this because we are going from the basics and you don't need any coding skills for this. So no prerequisites. Everything will be covered in the course from the scratch. And there is a question from a participant regarding the fee. I'll talk about the fee and the logistics of the course in some time. There's a special offer discount for the candidates who join the webinar today. So I'll reveal that towards the end. So let's continue. So I made things clear like who should learn it, right? Now let's go for day-to-day activities of a DevOps engineer. These day-to-day activities are covered in the course, like with the practicals, means whatever scenarios we execute in the course are all the day-to-day scenarios. But let me give you an understanding here. I'll take up the questions in a while. There were a few more questions. First, let me walk you through this. So these are the day-to-day activities like CI/CD pipeline management, infrastructure as a code concept, configuration management, containerization and orchestration, monitoring, logging and alerting, instant and problem management. These are all the day-to-day means your day-to-day activities falls under these categories. But what exactly it is, you can understand once you know the tools. But here I'll try to give you some overview or a basic understanding on it, right? Let me tell you what could be your task. Firstly, coming to the pipeline management means you might be receiving tasks from development teams or other teams saying that pipelines are broken. You have to fix the broken pipelines, or some build is failing. You have to fix the builds, right? So the broken pipelines means it could be like it couldn't connect to the EC2 instance where the task is executing. So you have to check the connectivity and re-trigger the pipeline, or else build is failing means like it could be like a code build may be failing. That should be sent to developers. They'll fix it, and again pipelines can be re-triggered, right? You might be working on any stage in the pipeline, different stages in the pipeline. You might be asked to work on any stage in the pipeline, right? That could be one thing. And infrastructure as a code means you're creating the infra with the Terraform configurations. Create the infra with Terraform configurations. That's what is infrastructure as a code. You don't have to confuse or worry about infrastructure as code means is it coding. It's not a coding like developers do. There will be Terraform templates. which you can modify and use it to create the infrastructure. That could be a task. Or else configuration management. Configuration management is a deep subject. I'm not explaining here the concepts. I'm just giving you an overview or examples of what it could be. Once infra is created, you might be asked to install a package, a software package or a software in 100 servers using Ansible. That could be a task, right? These are all the day-to-day activities you come across. Orchestration, container orchestration, containerization and orchestration means create a Docker image or run the images and create the containers, or else use Kubernetes to provide high availability and auto scaling of the application. These are all some of the examples of day-to-day activities of a DevOps engineer. Right? At this moment, you may not get clarity on what exactly it is, how do we do it, because we didn't learn them yet. I'm just trying to give some examples. Right? We are going to have all these scenarios in our course so that you will actually see your day-to-day activities. You might be asked to monitor an application, right? You might be asked to see the response time of your application, right? Or you might be asked to mark the downtime. Whenever there is an application down, it should trigger an alert. That might be your task. You have to configure monitoring for the application in such a way that whenever the application is down, it should trigger an alert. Alert means it could be an email alert or SMS alert. That could be your task given. Or else you might be asked to create a custom dashboard or Grafana for the client. So these are all some of the examples. And incident and problem management. There might be something broken in the production, right? It might be like they might be creating an incident which you need to look into on priority, right? Something wrong in the uh, uh, application or the platform, right? These are all some of the day-to-day activities. I would like to explain or give an understanding of how DevOps projects work. Can I go on? Can I go ahead? Okay. See, DevOps projects are like there are multiple projects which works in a different fashion. Let me tell you. First, I'll take a scenario. Okay. In this scenario one, there'll be a project. Okay. So, sorry. So there is some project. There'll be a separate developer team. Development team is there. Developers or development team is there. Yeah. So where they will write the code, they will also create their own pipelines. Means they will create CI/CD pipelines. They will containerize their application with Docker. They will do everything from their end. In this case, there'll be a separate DevOps team who will provide the support. That's called DevOps support. Means there are different ways of DevOps projects. It could be a DevOps support project. Means everything is developers are creating themselves. That's why I told you, even though you want to become a developer, you want to continue as developer, you still should learn this DevOps. So in this case, yes, team is doing everything. But if something is broken, let's say they created the pipelines and they have configured everything. But if something is broken, right, pipelines are broken, it's impacting their deliverables, right, some platform impact is there, whatever, they would raise a ticket. It could be a service ticket. I mean, it could be a ticket for, I mean, normal ticket with some SLAs where DevOps team should fix it, right? Or else their infrastructure connectivity is lost. They may raise a ticket and DevOps have to fix this. Or else if something is broken in the prod, they might create an incident which should be looked on priority. So that's one kind of scenario where DevOps team is providing the support. There'll be another use case, scenario 2. Again, there is a project. Development team will be still there, a separate development team. They will just write the code. Now, DevOps team is the one who will create the pipelines for them, who will containerize their applications using Docker, who will provide high availability use Kubernetes, who will create, everything will be done by development team. Sorry, DevOps team, right? Developers will just write the code. That could be the use case. So which use case should be chosen when? That depends on various factors, the skill set of a development team, the company, the organization structure, right? The budget they have, it depends on so many factors, right? So this is called, in this case, DevOps team will be called as DevOps core DevOps team, or else Sometimes they call it as DevOps development team. Don't get confused. DevOps development team means they don't write the code. When they say DevOps development team means they are creating the pipelines, they are creating everything from the scratch. Are these two scenarios clear for everyone? I'll talk about the third type of projects. Good to go? So these are some of the projects, and there'll be some other project. Okay, scenario 3. Okay, 1 second. I'm writing the scenario 3 here. Okay, this is where there'll be an organization or a company, and there will be different teams, right? Like teams or projects. Let's say there'll be project 1, project 2, project 3, and so on. Each project will have a development team of its own. Like this is development team for project 1, second development team, third development team, and so on. There'll be only single DevOps team who will work for all the projects, who will work for all the teams, right? A DevOps team, a separate DevOps team for the entire organization, right? This could be really hectic. You will see a lot of requests from them. Like you will get requests from every development team to create the pipelines, or else they might be creating the pipelines, but they need support from dev team. This is another approach. This is most of the times you would see this in the startups. Yes, the work would be hectic, but here you will get chance to do end to end. Means like from the scratch, DevOps team will get chance to work on every tool and every area. That is a good part of learning. Means if you get such a chance of working in a startup, you shouldn't miss it. At least in the beginning of your career, because you will learn many things. Once you start work in the startups, definitely you will gain a lot of knowledge, in-depth knowledge, because you will get chances to explore and work in every technology, right? So those are the some of the different approaches of the projects, depending on the organization, depending on the team structure, and so on. Now these like developers will raise the request, right? They might be raising the request which you will be creating as your sprint stories. Even DevOps teams will have the sprints. They'll create them as a stories, like a task of creating a pipeline, task of containerizing and creating a Docker image. All of these day-to-day activities will be coming up as sprint stories. So they'll also follow the sprint culture. Those stories will be delivered in the respective sprints. There'll be sprint planning done and prioritize the stories, and that's how they'll be delivered. Or else task might be coming up in the form of, like I told you, right? If it is a support DevOps team, it might be coming up as a Jira's or like a ticket in the Jira ticket, or else it might be an incident on ServiceNow. So that's how you receive the task. And what are the tasks? Like I have given some of the examples, but you will see a lot of such tasks and scenarios once we get started with the course. Am I clear with this? So you might be falling under a DevOps support team or else DevOps core team. So whenever you are sitting for an interview, you have to check with your interviewer about what the role is about, how the team is structured. All of that information you can get through the job description. Of course, job descriptions are not well defined these days, so you can talk to the interviewer and understand your role. Please repeat scenario 3. Scenario 3 is nothing but in a company for every project. Let's say there might be some 10 projects or so where there'll be separate development team for each, but there'll be single DevOps team, a centralized DevOps team who will support all these projects. Is this much clear, everyone? Can I get confirmation from all of you? I want to have confirmation from everyone. You can unmute and speak up, or else use the chat window, or use a thumbs up. Good to go. Is this clear? Thank you guys for confirming. Right. So these are like how you get the activities from different sources. Once you know the complete DevOps strategies and DevOps pipelines, you will be able to work on those projects. So, as we were talking about this, you might be having so many questions. And also, let me take up this question from the chart now. There is a question from Gupta. This course is for 2 months, so we can learn all of this within a short period of time. Is it enough to cover everything? Gupta, this course is designed, like I told you, I have designed this course in such a way that, like, what is the market needs, right? All the topics were prioritized and designed as per the market needs. And also the structure is designed in a way that we will be completing this course in 2 months. And I'm taking up this course from years. So it's well designed, and with a proper planning, it's designed and structured. So yes, definitely, if you do it in a proper structured way of learning, it is possible. See, there are like anyone, there are many people or anyone can teach DevOps. Like if anyone working on it can teach DevOps. You should also have a better planning and structured design and planning, which help you with the productive learning. That's what this course is for. Otherwise, there was so much of internet, so much of material, so much of information over the internet, a lot of sources to learn. But how this course will help you, or how is it making difference? That's where it comes in, right? The design or the planning will help you complete the course in 2 months with a structured and proper learning. If you just explore and learn, or if you follow some free materials over the internet, it may take some time for you because you have to design it for yourself. It will take some time, which comes through experience. That's where this course, that's how it is designed. So this is the course content, like intro to DevOps, operating systems, Linux basics, version control system, Maven, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, lot of content over there. On Kubernetes, I have my personal experience on Kubernetes, and I try to put my expertise here in covering EKS with all the advanced concepts, right? That would be an additional benefit of the course. Same is the case with Terraform. You will see all the real scenarios of working with multiple workspaces, right? All of that will be covered, state log files, and how do you use remote backend for like S3, all of those things will be covered. Ansible, Prometheus, and Grafana. I would say this is again a brief content only. It's not a detailed one. Certain AWS services, also some other, like there are many other AWS services we cover. I don't think they were placed here. Okay, those topics were missing here. I'll update the content, but that's a brief content here. And one more thing, how can one of the thing is, like I told you, it's well structured and designed. Then how does we help audience to gain that within 2 months, right? How do students grasp that in 2 months? Let me show you. Just go to this website, preetidevops.com, and just create a free account here, right? You will get access to the learning management system, LMS. So just a second. I'm trying to log out and log in. Please follow these steps. You all can have free access to this LMS, of course, limited access. Sign up with your Google. I'll take up other questions. There were a few more questions in the chart. I'll take up that. See, once you go here, go to My Learnings, right? Once you go to My Learnings, so here you will see a program like April. These are all the ones I have, but you will be seeing a free trial access. You will see the free trial access. So once you log in, just go to this live access. Here you will see LMS trial access, right? You should click this, right? And then you have to, then you will see this one, right? View details, and just go and see this one. This is how you can get a free trial to your LMS. This is the learning management system or portal created, which will elevate or enhance or accelerate your learning. How I'll tell you, every day class recording will be posted here, right? I'm showing you some other older batches one. This batch will be uploaded after this class. So you will see the class recordings every day here. First day, it's a theory, right? There is no assignments and all because it's a theoretical intro discussions on the first day. But when you go for the next day onwards, like let's say Git, first day of Git, you will see lab exercises, right? You will see quiz relevant to that particular day as well as the interview questions. And also support. Like if you click this, you will be taken to a separate WhatsApp group where we'll provide you the support. Means if you are, whenever you are doing hands-on, if you are stuck up somewhere, we'll be there to unblock you at the as early as possible. That's what this support is. Okay, and coming to this Git day one, you have everything, whatever we discussed in the class with the steps here. So your hands-on becomes faster. This is all created with our experience observing many students. Like we have delivered many batches, right? I'm into the trainings from 2012. Like whenever I started my career around 2007. From 2012, like after 5 years onwards, I'm into online trainings. Of course, at that point, I taught other courses which I have worked on and started with the DevOps training from 2015 or 2016. So from then, I have an experience on this. And with that experience, this LMS is curated with all my personal experience, right? So we see people struggling with the hands-on. Okay, I do some hands-on in the class. Later on to do the hands-on, people may search for the commands. They are stuck up there. So they are blocked there. Next day, if they don't do the hands-on, they might be lacking in the particular concepts. So with this observation, this LMS is designed with a lot of effort, right? So that you can see all the steps here. A simple steps to major hands-on. Like, of course, there's a Git installation on the first day, but every day you will see this kind of thing which help you to do your hands-on quickly. Means by the next class you join, you will be thorough with what we discussed today. So by the end of 2 months, you should be in a position to market your resume. That is the agenda of it, right? Because you should get into the market when the demand is high. Now there is a good demand for DevOps, so it's a right time to get in. It's not that after 1 year you get into it, right? So that's how we have designed this. So like I shown you, you have a lab exercise, you have quiz relevant to that particular day. Quiz is to validate your understanding, check your understanding so that you master day one's topic. Similarly, once day two is done, that particular recording will be uploaded here. Again, that particular day's lab assignments, right? And that particular day's quiz. Everything is here. That's how you will complete your learning day by day. Got it, Gupta and everyone? I know you might be having questions like it's vast. How do we complete in 2 months? Yes, you have to complete it, like master the subject and get into the market at the earliest. That is our target. We'll help you take it. If you are serious about your DevOps career switch or you want to clear your interviews with confidence, this is the right place and we are here to help you. Whoever are serious having that goal, yes, we are with you. So because of all of this, you master the things. See, interview questions. On a particular day, the first day's interview questions, right? So every day you see, not only that, interview questions were categorized: beginner, intermediate, advanced, scenario based. And this interview questions is not again a dump from the internet. These are all curated from the personal experience from the candidates, or when I sit in the interview panel, like what are the questions we ask. So that's how it is created. It took some time for us to come up with this LMS. We worked on years, like from years to get this platform running, right? So now we are happy and we have got a very good feedback, particularly on this interview section, on this interview questions part. If you want to just check all the interview questions, you can also go this way. Interview questions. Let's say you have an interview scheduled in 2 days. You want to go through all the interview questions. Here it is. There is a great feedback with this interview questions particularly. There were people who cleared their interviews with this particular section. So just don't miss out on this. Go through this. Like tool-wise you have, day-wise you have. That's how it is structured and designed. With this kind of design, yes, it's possible to master and get into the course. Any more queries? So this free LMS access will be there for like a limited access you will have. You can avail that access. And once you enroll into the course, you will get the lifetime access. So all the quiz, if you want to take in a one time, yes, quiz portal is here. Day by day, they were scheduled, as well as here they were available lab assignments. If you want to go to all of them, yes. And also some of you are asking about resume preparation. Yes, here are the sample resumes. Apart from this, we will also help you in tailor-made resumes. We will help you with that, right? So here is our WhatsApp number, our contact number. You can reach out on this number. You will be talking to Mr. Raj. He is our career counselor. He has got vast experience in career counseling and guidance regarding any career gaps. I see so many questions regarding the career gaps or career guidance or resume preparation. How can I'm a developer? How can I put some experience in DevOps? How do I explain my projects with a DevOps approach? All of that can be helped. Please ping on this number or reach out on this for customized help or tailor-made resumes. Okay. And if you want to enroll, the actual course starts from, see, I'm not yet done. Okay. We will be talking about these differences. But before that, I would just like to talk about enrollment, because I'm seeing questions on how to enroll. See, this is where you have to go. Once you go to preetidevops.com, get the live LMS free trial access, or if you go to this live classes, you will see this here. Right, this is the actual course fee. And today, this is a special offer or a coupon code for the joinees in this webinar. Right, that's a special discount we want to provide for our candidates who join today. If you click on this and apply this coupon, you will get a discount. You will get a good discount. Just click on this. You should be seeing a discount of so you have to apply a discount of VD 120, not 400. VD 120, you will get a discount of 12,000 rupees. That's a very, very special discount only for today, only for the candidates exclusively who joined today. Discount of 10K, I'm sorry. You will get the course for 12K. Use the coupon code of VD 120. And this is exclusive and this will be available till I close the webinar. Once the webinar is closed, you will not have this offer. This is a very special discount. It's a course of 2 months, DevOps with a lot of content and lifetime access to the LMS just for 12,000 rupees. That's a fee only for today, exclusively for the participants of this webinar. Only till I close the webinar, it will be available, Lokesh. You can go here and apply VD 120 to avail it. VD 120 is the coupon code. If you need any questions, you can ping Mr. Raj to know the details. Yes, that's a coupon code which we shared in the chart. That's only for today, only for some time till I close the webinar. Special offer for the candidates who joined this session today. Right, once you buy this course with the coupon code we shared, you will get access to the LMS and you will get access to the lifetime for all of this quiz portal, interview questions, everything. We have our own drive as well. It's not actually Google Drive, our own drive, where we have a lot of documentation on the tools or the hands-on. This is also what you can go to. Let's say, let me take up you through the first part of Git. The course is divided into modules. So you can see class 2, class 1, everything in detail. Apart from the lab assignments, this is again a document which will be updated regularly with all the content. So this helps you speed up your hands-on and master the subject. So this is the page where you can buy your course, and let me know if you have any further queries. You will get a discount of 10K and you will get the course for 12K today. All right then. Any more questions on the LMS here, or can we go on? Meanwhile, you can purchase the course and reach out to Mr. Raj if you have any further queries on that. Right. So coming back here, we were talking about DevOps, right? You might be hearing about DevSecOps, SRE, and so on, right? There might be confusion across what exactly they were. You understood DevOps is about automation, the CI/CD pipeline, the collaboration, right? Let me put you different phases of your DevOps. Okay, let me talk about continuous builds, continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous monitoring. Right? These are the different phases, and we work on the CI/CD, automating it using different tools with a proper collaboration with the development team, testing team, and so on. This is DevOps. Then what is DevSecOps? See, here I have clearly shown you implementing security in the CI/CD pipelines or implementing all the security strategies is nothing but your DevSecOps. Means this is your pipeline, right? In this, you can implement code scanning, like I talked about it some time back. Code scanning, vulnerability checks, vulnerabilities check, image scanning, Docker images might be there. You have to scan them, right? Including such security strategies in the pipeline at the early stages is nothing but DevSecOps, right? So that is what is DevSecOps. So if you know the DevOps, learning DevSecOps is very easy. Means you can self-explore and add those additional stages as well. You don't need a separate learning for it. But DevOps is the basic. If you know DevOps plus implementing these security strategies is nothing but your DevSecOps, right? It's not a separate learning you have to do. If you know DevOps, yes, it's nothing but DevSecOps by integrating these strategies, which you can do with a self-exploration also. And also, generally, we call it as a DevOps, but we implement SecOps, security principles, security strategies as well, but we still call it as DevOps. Means these words are used interchangeably in the market. Sometimes they call it DevSecOps, but DevOps and so on. Particularly, the focus is on security principles and the security strategies, right? So it's nothing separate except this difference, right? And then what is SRE? Site Reliability Engineering. What is meant by SRE? Site Reliability Engineering. Site Reliability Engineering, SRE, is nothing but maintaining reliability, resiliency, performance of the platforms or application. Site here means it could be anything. It's not just website. It could be platform. It could be your environments. It could be your applications. It could be your servers, anything. Reliability of that application, reliability of that environment is nothing but site reliability engineering. That's again, if you see, DevOps is the focus. Means you will see DevOps focus is mostly, let's say developer have written the code. How quickly and how automatically you can take the code to production without manual intervention is a DevOps. Its focus is faster releases, automation. SRE focus is reliability of the system, reliability of your pipelines. Your CI/CD pipeline should be reliable, right? Should be working well, should be performance, should be good. Not only your CI/CD pipelines, your application once deployed should be reliable. All of that would be a focus of SRE. That is again, DevOps is the base. You should know DevOps for this because DevOps also uses Kubernetes for high availability, auto scaling and all, right? So DevOps plus working on reliability and performance is a site reliability. Most of the times, this SRE focus would be on high availability of the applications. And let's suppose there is some issue, there is some incident. How quickly this incident is resolved means how the resolution time would be the focus, right? Or else some issue has happened, how quickly it has recovered, recovery time. These are all the things that would be marked in the site reliability. It's kind of more monitoring observability, right? Observability of your platforms, of your applications, monitoring them, reducing the recovery time, where we call it as MTTR, mean time to reduce, mean time to recover, all or mean time to detect. All these comes in the site reliability. Site reliability would be most early like a kind of on-call support and always keeping the systems up and reliable. That's how site reliability engineering works. Again, the base is DevOps. DevOps plus observability principles and SRE principles, that's what is DevOps. But if you see here, DevOps is the common part. Without knowing DevOps, you cannot get into DevSecOps or SRE. Right? You can read the job description to understand what they were actually looking for. So which one is good, DevOps or SRE or DevSecOps? Like I already told you, DevOps, DevSecOps are used interchangeably, whereas SRE is like DevSecOps plus the SRE principles, right? So which one to choose? Yes, DevOps, SRE, both has got a very good demand in the market. In the coming future also, they are going to rule the market. It depends on which is your interest. Means if you are mostly a support kind of person, you want to work on on-calls and see the systems reliable, up and running, they'll be working on SLAs, SLOs, SLIs, right? Error budget and all. So if you are interested in that career path, yes, you can choose SRE. Of course, first you should learn DevOps and then observability tools and SRE principles in depth. That is what is SRE, right? And you can see the Google Trends. So here is the Google Trends if you want to have a look at it. When DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE compared, DevOps is having a lot of demand, or it is more widely used, or the buzzword we hear in the industry when compared with others. But SRE is also good. You can evolve into an SRE engineer once you have a DevOps knowledge and understand. Because these are the buzz terms and you might be having a lot of confusion around this. I thought of clarifying this in this session. Any questions from your end? Any more questions regarding LMS or regarding the course or regarding any topic? And by the way, one more important thing I forgot to mention, lab. We are having lab assignments and all, right? But how is your lab setup? I'll talk about that. But before that, any questions in this part before I go for the lab setup? Any questions from anyone in this part? Okay, there is a question from Rishi. Is it enough to have one cloud or good to have multi-cloud? See, like I already answered regarding the tools. Master one tool in the category, right? That's what companies are looking for. They're not looking for people who know Git, SV, and TFS. Rather, they want people who know Git, Maven, Jenkins, one tool under each category. Same is with the cloud, right? There were so many clouds, AWS, GCP, Azure, and so on, right? They were not expecting a candidate should know all the clouds. If they know one cloud, they were expecting this candidate can switch over to any other cloud easily as per the requirement, as per the demand. Because even there were a lot of clouds emerging in the market. So if you know one cloud, you should be able to work on other. Again, the concepts, analogies would be similar. In this course, we are covering AWS, which will give exposure to cloud. Any questions unanswered? Maybe I might have missed in the chat, so you can feel free to put them if they were not answered, or any other queries. The actual course starts from June 9th. Okay, and the lab assignments, where do you perform the lab? We will be helping you to create a free AWS account. We will be doing all our lab on an AWS account. And that will be free. Like we'll help you how to create a free AWS account so that you can launch your lab at your own pace, at your own convenience, and get started with the hands-on. From June 9th, we'll be getting started with the actual topics on the content. Any more questions? Avail this special offer, which is exclusive for the candidates who join the webinar. And I see some of them already enrolled. So whoever have enrolled, just log in and go to My Learning, right? So course starts from June, right? But whoever joined, whoever have enrolled, brought this course today, you will also get the access to previous batch recordings. Previous batch recordings like this, so that you can also go through the entire videos before the actual course starts from June 19. You'll also get access to the previous batch recordings. So whoever have enrolled, please confirm your access. You can log in here, My Learnings, and you will see previous batch recordings as well, so that you can go through them before the class begins, live training begins on June 9th. And still any further queries, you can ping Mr. Raj on this number. Krishnamurti says, I have joined the course. Yes, Krishnamurti, we can see your details. And yeah, you can try login and check your access, please. And there were a couple of them as well who joined. Thank you all for joining and enrolling. Avail this offer. This will be exclusively till I close the webinar. I'll be closing the webinar in 7 more minutes. So, and you can reach out to on this number at any point of time for any queries, any support you need. Any more questions regarding the course, regarding the content, or anything you have, you want to discuss, let us know. PowerShell is not a tool, Rishi. No, not required. Python is not a DevOps tool. And there'll be separate WhatsApp group created for the enrolled candidates, so that when you click on that support here, you will be taken to that WhatsApp group where we'll provide you support during your hands-on. If you're stuck up in the hands-on, you can provide that screenshot with the error so that we can help you at the earliest to unblock you so that you can complete your hands-on before the next day. This is the best offer. Don't miss this offer. And yes, this LMS access will be lifetime available. All the class recordings, the course content will be available for lifetime. We'll also help you with the mock interviews. Like once you are ready, if you let us know, we can schedule some mock interviews for you. And the coupon code, again, I'm repeating, it is VD120. Rajan, hope you got the access and everyone else. Amit, Dilip, please check your access, everyone. I am getting the list of the joinees enrolled. No certifications are mandatory or required for the course, Rishi. Certifications should show your expertise. So once you learn and once you thorough with it, you can put your expertise in the form of certifications that will help you have advantage and weightage to your resume. But that's not mandatory or required. It's a good to have once you master the skills. Here in the, particularly in the Kubernetes, like we are covering EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. It's a paid service, but which has got a very good demand in the market. Like 50% of the clusters are EKS clusters. So we'll be covering that as well. The course content, this is a brief one. Okay, we'll also try to add the elaborative course content. Apart from this, actually some of them we were not updated here. Actually, Argo CD is also covered in the course using GitOps principles, and JFrog as an artifact will be covered, and many other AWS services will be covered. And one more thing is AWS and Linux are spread across the course. It's not that you start Linux today and complete it in 2 days, or start AWS and complete it within 5 days and then pick up other topics. No, AWS is spread across, meaning like let's say you are doing Kubernetes, we go to AWS and create EKS cluster, right? And then when Terraform is covered, we'll be creating the AWS components with Terraform. So that's how it is spread across from the beginning till the end. Linux and AWS, that's a platform, and the environments that are spread throughout the course. So the contents are also not that just we finish the topic. We finish the topic and we zoom into every tool to complete and integrate it in the pipeline. That gives you the complete learning. I'm just launching a poll here, a quiz, a small quiz, which you can go through, which is having 10 questions. Some of them are for your understanding. Actually, these topics will be covered in the first class of our course, but I just launched that quiz, which you can go through. Can you all see the quiz? You can complete your answers. I'll release the answers. You can see the score once you complete it. Can you see the quiz on your Zoom window? I have launched a quiz which you can go through. So to check how much you know what is DevOps, who can be a DevOps, it's very basic questions. No worries, Rajan. We can relaunch it. This quiz is also available in the quiz portal. You can also take it when you are available and back. Whoever joining from your system, you can go through this quiz, answer the queries. You will also get the scores. And before that, any more questions from anyone? Please complete the quiz. I see almost 50% join the quiz. Everyone else, whoever cannot see the window, just click on the chart. Beside that chart, you will see polls and quizzes. That's where you can click and go on. Can you all see the quiz portal? Everyone? I have launched the quiz on the Zoom. Let me know once you complete it. Also, when you submit, I'll get the scores as well. $25 aid to join the quiz. Please check your Zoom window for the quiz and complete it. Any further queries, you can reach out on this number. Mr. Raj can help you with. And here is the offer. You can buy from here. The special coupon code is VD120, which will be available until I close the webinar. VD120 is the coupon code. And please avail this offer, which is giving you a huge discount. And that's a best offer. That's exclusively for the candidates who join the webinar today. So utilize the offer and avail the maximum benefit. Once the course starts, like from June 9th, the fee will be 22K. So you are getting a huge discount of 10K today exclusively for the candidates who join the webinar. Please avail the offer. This is a special offer, Lokeshwar, for the candidates who join the webinar, right? We want to give a special price who join the webinar on their Sunday morning because we consider these candidates are really interested and serious. So we want to give something better, best for them. So you can go through the LMS, see everything with the free trial access. You can see the testimonials, the reviews, the feedback, and make a decision. Because this will not work for us actually. For a DevOps for 2 months, 12,000 rupees is the best offer, which you will not get it again. So that's for limited period only we can provide this offer. That's the reason we provide it in our webinar. We can't provide it for the full time, or we cannot extend this offer. That's just very best offer. We cannot repeat that. That's the reason we are providing it for limited time. And Lokeshwar says, I have seen all the content you are offering is really appreciated. Yeah, thank you, Lokeshwar. So this is a VD 120, which will work till I close the webinar. And later on, you will have a 4K discount. VD 400 is the coupon you can use. You'll get 400 discount. That's a discount available after this webinar. Self-paced videos and live classes content both the same. Is a question from Lakshmi Narayana. Self-paced videos and live class course both content wise same. Like self-paced videos are the previous batch recordings, Lakshmi Narayan, whereas the live classes, like the live classes starts from June 9th, where you will have interactive sessions. Course content will be same. I can see like people completing the quiz. Let me end the quiz so that you will receive the scores. You can see the scores. This is just for your checking how much you understand. All these topics will be covered in the coming up classes in the due course. I'm just ending the quiz. I think you can see the results. Did you get the scores and can you all see the correct answers? All right. Yeah, thanks for confirming. So go through that and check your understanding. Like I told you, those topics will be covered once we get the live training rolling.